All right, what's going on, guys? It's Mr. Price Action back with the top 5 trending stocks for December 6th on StockTwits. Now, I trade mostly the indices, so this tends to be the first time I look at these stocks. Basically, my goal is just to deliver a non-biased, 100% technical review of where I think the stocks are headed next and whether I would trade them or not. So, we're gonna just dive right in. So yesterday we talked about MMTLP. I saw that got a little bit of traction. Like I said, I'm not sharing these videos anywhere, so I'm surprised to get any views. I'm just trying to get in the habit of dropping these. So this one went up 16% today. Now yesterday I did say that I really like this stock because it dropped directly on that 685 level, and as we can see, it bounced today. All right, now my long-term target or short-term target, if you are trading this to the upside, I believe will be around $15 if this thing continues. As you can see, the previous high was 1250, so it definitely might have legs to go. Like I said in the last video, though, I wouldn't chase this one personally. Like I said, I only trade indexes. I don't really do individual stocks. But if I was to trade this, I would be waiting for it to drop below 417, and I would just play that bounce back up to the upside, because we would have a really good supply zone to target. So I do like this stock in the current setup, but for me, it's just not for me. So next one we're gonna look at is GME. GME is actually down 8.5% today. Um, I actually looked at this one a few days ago, and what I liked is the possibility that it might come back up here to test this long-term resistance overhead. All right, so basically what that would look like is a move back up to the upside, and we would hit around that 43.05 level. I believe as we drop time frames as well, we do have a, let me see, we do have a bit of a supply area right there that we would have to bypass in order to get that upside move. So Jimmy, as you can see from this trend, nothing is really happening, but it is trading at the bottom or near the bottom of this range. So that kind of supports the idea that if this thing does get a little bit of momentum, yes, it could probably fly and end up back at around $43 or simply above this supply zone, which in itself is a 30% move. So now could potentially be a good time to start thinking about going long on something like GME. I do like that one to the upside. All right, Boyle. So Boyle, I believe this is this the natural gas ETF again? Right, right. Okay, so this one was on our first video, and I basically said there was probably a good chance that this one would retest these previous lows right here back in December of 2021. And it looks like that's what it's doing. It's down 8% today. Um, yeah, so this is natural gas right here, a stock that we traded or industry that we traded way to the upside late 2021 and this year actually. So this entire move right here, this was an excellent trade. I was trading Tellurian. So I don't know what's going on with that space anymore, but would I go long here? No. Simply because obviously we see that there's absolutely no buyers here. Now, once this thing does break the low, then if it's, excuse me, if it has a nice supply zone on these lower time frames, maybe you could hop in. But from what I see, this thing is just extremely bearish. As you can see, it's just now starting to form a supply zone at around $30. It has a lot more downside to go, or too much downside to go, to start thinking about going long there. So that's a no for me. RMED, I'm pretty sure we looked at this one on the first video as well. I'm not sure. Now this is kind of my ideal target. We have a nice supply zone from 880 all the way up to around $11. Right now we're trading at 555. So this thing could potentially go up 45 to nearly 100%. And my primary target Wow. Okay, this one, I'm not gonna lie, I like this one because we have a supply up here, but ultimately the target will be $18 with this stock because we're looking at this huge candlestick back in February of 2022, and I'm looking for this to potentially come back and test that resistance, which it'll probably reject. But this is a huge target for decent traders when they see that supply zone that is 50 to 100% away from the current price. Even after this mega move right here, this is a good stock to look out for. Um, excuse me. As you can see, it's still pretty oversold. It's only at 33 on the RSI, with peaks all the way up to around 45 and 50. So I like this one. I'm not sure if I looked at this the first video, but I like that one. Last but not least, PAFO. We got through this one way quicker than the last video. So this looks like a former SPAC or something, but this thing is up almost 60% today. So I want to measure it from. I'm not sure if this is the first day that it started trading or what, because it's just trading in that SPAC range. So I would just go off of this. So, damn. All right, for the second time. All right, so I would be going off that 974 level whenever we broke on November 24, and that's going to act as a resistance. As you can see, multiple days. This has been a case. So back on November the 30th, huge rejection around 974, 47, excuse me, as well as December 5th, yesterday and today. We got that huge rejection as we did push past that level. So my plan for this would be to see it hold 830 here. And as you can see in the pre-market trading, post-market trading, excuse me, it is up to the bid is 820, the ask is 839. So it does look like it wants to hold that 830 level. That's going to be ideal for first a retest of 974, 947, and then potentially 986. And ultimately, if this thing just ends up taking off above 1025, will probably send it all the way up to 1181. From there, it will, I'm assuming, dump off. I don't know what this SPAC is, but could be a good technical play. I would just look for it to hold that 830 level, especially for tomorrow. I see the ask is still going up on this, so this is worth keeping on your watch list. But other than that, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks for tuning in today. It's our third video for this little series. Like I said, I'm not sharing it anywhere, but for the people that are finding it, shout out to you guys. If you guys want to see a stock specifically, just comment it below, like the video, subscribe, whatever. All right, guys, thanks. See ya.